Hello, learners. I am Parikshit Saikia, and welcome to this very exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. This is LR Foundation for CAT 2023 and 2024 aspirants, and this is going to be the series on linear arrangement part 2. A lot of exciting things coming up today, a lot of exciting caselets, a lot of learnings, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy this session. Let's get started. Okay, first things first, I always feel really proud when I show you the slide. 75 of our learners on Unacademy have scored 99 plus percentile and 110 plus learners have scored 98 percentile. List of our toppers. And yeah, we on Unacademy are conducting the Unacademy Scholarship Test January 15 and January 29, 12 to 1 p.m. Do definitely enroll, write this test, and check where you stand as you start your preparation today. Okay, let's get started. And Unacademy upcoming plus courses, just to remind you, uh, Wednesday, 11 Jan, we are starting with our first quants course for CAT 2023 aspirants. The first quants course is going to be a chapter which some of you really fear about: permutation, combination, and probability. Okay, timings are going to be 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then January 12th, Thursday, we are going to start with our LRDI course. Again, the same timing, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So Monday to Saturday, Quants and LRDI on alternate days. And if you have not enrolled on Unacademy Plus yet, I strongly recommend that join us live, because there's going to be 100% syllabus coverage. We are going to cover each and every topic in our plus courses. Do use the code Parikshit Live if you want to have maximum discounts, and also if you're looking for free mentorship on Unacademy, use this code Parikshit Live, because this is the only code which will get you free mentorship from my side. So yeah, maximum discounts, free mentorship. What more do you want? Let's get started. Okay, yesterday we did the first 2 3 questions, and today we are going to continue it. Very basic questions, and as I always say, the best way is to learn is to you to try it out yourself. First give it a try, and then we are going to do it together. Okay, first give it a try, and then we will do this together. Fine. So take 2 minutes, all yours. Give it a try, and then we'll do it together. 2 minutes, all yours. Give it a try before we do it together. Hello to all of you who have joined this live. Try this out. It's an easy one. Remember, you don't need any prior knowledge. Even if you're looking at this video for the first time, give it a try. I'm going to solve it for you. But first few seconds, you should definitely try. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy the class. Once you get the answer, definitely type the answer. Okay? Type the answer in the YouTube comments. Try to draw the arrangement. Whatever is given, just follow it. Try to draw it. You might not get it the first time, but if you try it, you definitely will come out with some answer. Read it carefully. And moment you get the answer, feel free to type the answer. Yes, anyone who is getting it, read it carefully, okay? Aram se padna. There is no hurry. Read it carefully. Just try to follow the instructions. Remember, it's a puzzle. It's just a puzzle that you got to create. A jigsaw puzzle, remember? Bachpan mein khelte the jigsaw puzzles. You put two pieces, they don't fit. You try out the third piece, right? Exactly the same way you're gonna do this. Try out different combinations, different pieces. Something will not work. Try out a different combination, and definitely, and then something is gonna work. How quickly you are gonna do? That's the game out here. Yes? Okay. But let's do it together in the interest of time. Okay, we will do it together in the interest of time. Okay, please concentrate. Gonna be my turn. Let's start. 8 people. A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, S. I feel happy because you know what? All the first alphabets of each of the names are unique. So I can just use the first letter. A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, S sit in two parallel rows with 4 seats in each row facing each other. A and B are not in the same row. Okay, so they are sitting in two parallel rows, 4 seats in each row. So let's draw it. Whatever they are saying, let's just draw it. Okay, so 4 seats in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they face each other. So let's say these people face this side and these people face this side. Okay, they are facing each other. First line, they are saying A and B are not in the same row. A and B are not in the same row. Now, think about it. There are many possibilities out here. A and B in two different rows. But for me to put it in the diagram, it's difficult. Just by reading that sentence, putting it in the diagram at this point is difficult. So I'll hold on. Probably not the best statement to get started with. Okay. Let's look at the next line. P sits to the immediate left of C in the same row and opposite Q. Now again, multiple possibilities. P is to the immediate left of C. Multiple possibilities, right? And opposite Kadir. Multiple possibilities. So I will again hold on. Not the best statement to get started with. Next. C is at an end of the row. C is at an end of the row. Okay, I think that's a good statement. C is at an end of the row. Remember, there are not too many possibilities. So where will C sit? Now think about it. Logically, Sochna. Whether you put them, let's call this as row 1. Let's call this the first one as row 1. And let's call this as row 2. Now, whether you make C sit in row 1 or row 2 is not important. Why? Remember, it's all depending on from which direction if you are looking at. If someone is looking at, let's say from out here, then row 1 is nearer to him. If someone is looking from the other side of the room, row 2 is nearer to him, right? So whether it is row 1 or row 2, for the first human being does not matter. Remember, for the first human being, be very careful with that line. For the first human being, it absolutely doesn't matter whether it is row 1 or row 2. Why? It's all the same. Remember, two rows. It all depends from which side you are saying. So for both people, right, remember, if you are looking from the bottom side, row 1 is nearer to you. If you are looking from the top side, row 2 is nearer to you. So for the first human being only, always, it doesn't matter. So let's say C can sit either out here on the leftmost or on the rightmost. There are two possibilities. Let's say if I happen to put C in row 1. Someone might say, so what happens if I put C in row 2? You will get exactly the same answer. Answer will not change. So you can put C in row 1 or in row 2 because the first human being does not matter. Only the first. Okay. And you know what? There is one more line about C. What is that line about C? They say P sits to the immediate left of C. Can you see this? P sits to the immediate left of C. Now think about it. P sits to the immediate left of C. That would mean if C is at the extreme left, think about it. Let's call this place, that's highlighted place, right? This highlighted place, if C is sitting in that highlighted place on the left side, the problem would be P cannot be to the immediate left of C. P cannot be immediate left. Why? Because the immediate left of C on this side, there is absolutely no place. Can you see? If C is at the box place, immediate left of C koi jagah hi nahi hai. That would mean C cannot be in this box wala place. Where will C be? On the other side. And in that case, P is on the immediate left of C. P will come here. P will come here. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? So P and say these are the two places. Correct? Okay. Let's continue now. Let's continue now. What else they are saying? They are saying P sits to the immediate left of C in the same row and opposite Q. P is opposite Q. Awesome. If P is opposite Q, Q will go. Right? Next, let's continue. C is at an end of the row. We have already read that. Rinku and Bobby have two people between them. Now think about it. Rinku and Bobby have two people between them. The only and only possibility, let's label the places so that it becomes easy for me to call out the places. Let's label the places. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now think about it. They are saying R and B have two people between them. Can you tell me where will they come? R and B have two people between them. Can you tell me where will they come? Where will they come? Can you tell me that? Yes, think about it. Two people between them. The only possibility is R and B has to be at 1 and 4. Will you agree? 1 and 4. That's the only and only possibility. There cannot be any other possibility. Two people in between. Matlab the only possibility is R and B have to be at 1 and 4 in any order. So R will be at 1. In that case, B is at 4 or vice versa. If B is at 1, R is going to be at. Say R and B have two people between them. Got it? Next, let's continue. A and P have one people between them. A and P, one person. P is already at 7. P is already at 7. In that case, A and P have one person. Iska matlab ho gaya, A has to be at 5. A has to be at 5. Only then A and P have one people between them. So can I say A will go to number 5? And we are done. And we are done. Question is, which of these pairs of person can be diagonally opposite each other? Diagonally. Now think about it. What do you mean by a diagonal? That's my next question. What do you mean by a diagonal? A diagonal would mean, let's say I'm labeling these points, okay? Let's say W, X, Y, Z. What is a diagonal? Diagonal is WY or XZ. Will you agree? What is a diagonal? WY or XZ. So in our case, a diagonal would be this or this. So which persons, look at the English words they have used, can be diagonally opposite. They are not saying must be, can be, meaning possibility. It's a possibility. It may not be, but maybe opposite each other, diagonally opposite each other. So start karte hain. S. Can S be at the diagonals? No, right? We have the diagonals fixed. Who are the diagonals? RB, AC. Those are the diagonals. Those are the people at the diagonals. S cannot be at a diagonal, so option A is eliminated. Option B, P and A. Is P at a diagonal? Is P at a diagonal? No, P is not at a diagonal. Can you see? P is at number 7, not a diagonal. Option B also. Option C, A and B. Can A and B be diagonally opposite each other? Absolutely. If you are looking at it, A and B can be diagonally opposite. Awesome. Or R and C. Can R and C be also diagonally opposite? Absolutely. Perfect. That's the answer. Answer is option C. Answer is option C. I see Swati and Sonu. Absolutely correct. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Are we clear on this? Are we clear with the first question? It was an easy one. Are we clear? Ek learning tha. What was the learning? The learning was the first human being. If it's, let's say, people are opposite each other, the first human being does not matter. I hope you remember that. Kahin bhi usko bithao, it does not matter. Okay? Chalo, let's go to the next one. Second one on your screen. Take 2 minutes, all yours. Moment you get the answer, you type the answer. 2 minutes, all yours. Give it a try. Easy, eh? Definitely not difficult. Give it a try. I keep telling you, jigsaw puzzle. Think it like a jigsaw puzzle. You gotta fit the pieces. They will not fit. Usko nikalo, wapas dusra piece dalo, or aise try karo. Only then you'll be able to get the answer. LRDI is nothing but jigsaw puzzles, right? You got to put the pieces together. They will not match. Take it out. Try the different piece. Keep trying till they match. That's LRDI for you. Dark light is saying, so the statements which doesn't give clue has to be ignored. Dark light not ignored, right? But you will not start with that. You start with a statement which has less possibilities. I think that's the better way of putting it, right? So someone is asking in YouTube, sir, should I ignore a few statements? No, you should not ignore any statement. You will ignore, not ignore. You will start with that statement which is more deterministic, which has got less possibilities. I think that's the correct way of putting it. I hope I have answered the question, Dark Light. Start with something which is deterministic, जिसमें ज्यादा possibilities नहीं है. Okay? Awesome. Give it a try. You get the answer, you type the answer. खुद से try करते रहना, okay? Remember, you'll only learn LRDI once you try it yourself, and then we do it together. Okay, so first you definitely try. Just 2 minutes, not more than that. Just 2 minutes, give it a try. Himangi is saying option D. Swati is saying option C. I have got 2 answers till now. Okay, I'm just marking the answers which people are telling. Himangi is saying option D and Swati is saying option C. Okay, we will check. We will check any other answer. Okay, Himangi is saying sorry, answer C. Okay, gonna check. Okay, we will check. Chalo. In the interest of time, we are gonna do this together. In the interest of time, we are gonna do this together. Please concentrate. It's gonna be my turn. Let's start. 5 books on 5 different subjects: physics, chemistry, maths, anatomy, and botany. See, first thing I always read is, are the first alphabets unique? If they are, I can just use the first alphabets. So P, C, M, A, B. Super awesome. The first alphabets are all unique. They're arranged on a shelf. The book on mathematics is not on the top or at the bottom. Okay, so let's start drawing it. So we have got to arrange 5 things, and something is being not at the top, not at the bottom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so okay, what is the first line saying? The first line is telling you book on maths is not on the top nor at the bottom. So M is not on the top nor at the bottom. So M cannot be at the top nor at the bottom. I'm just crossing it out. Next, chemistry book and botany book have exactly 2 books between them, same as maths and physics. Meaning maths and physics also have 2 books between them. Okay, now think about it. Chemistry and botany, 2 books between them. Maths and physics also have 2 books between them, and there is no other line. So the puzzle is all about this only. So let's start. Chemistry and botany have 2 books. Now think about it. If chemistry is number 1, chemistry and botany have 2 books in between. In that case, botany is gonna be number 4. Or vice versa. If botany is number 1, chemistry is gonna be number 4. That's scenario 2. What can be scenario 3? Next scenario. Again, if chemistry is number 2, if chemistry is at number 2, botany is gonna be at number 5. Or if botany is at number 2, chemistry is gonna be at number 5. Remember, 2 books between them. 2 books between them. Any other possibility? Can there be a 4th possibility? I have drawn 4 possibilities. 4. Can there be a 5th possibility? No, there is no 5th possibility, right? If chemistry is at 3, chemistry and botany will not have 2 books between them. Chemistry cannot be at 3. So I think I have done all the 4 possibilities I have written down which were feasible. Anything else? Chemistry 1 may possible hai, 2 may possible hai, 3 may nahi possible hai, 4 may possible hai, 5 may possible hai. So that's it. We are good. Next they say maths and botany books or maths and physics also have 2 books between them. Maths and physics also have 2 books. So let's continue. In scenario 1, if maths is at number 2, physics is gonna be at number 5. Can it be vice versa? No. Vice versa is not possible considering that maths book is not at the bottom. Okay, so vice versa not possible. Next, again, in scenario 2 also, if M is at number 2, P is gonna be at number 5. It cannot be vice versa. P cannot be at number 2, M cannot be at number 5 because M is not at the bottom. So scenario 1, scenario 2, done. Scenario 3. In scenario 3, can you have M at number 1? No. M cannot be at number 1 for the simple reason M is neither at the top nor at the bottom. So P can be at number 1. If P is at number 1, M and P have 2 books between them. So in that case, M will be at number 4. Or in the fourth scenario, if P is at number 1, M is gonna be at again at number 4. There is no other possibility. There were 4 possibilities. I have written down all the 4 possibilities. Which is the only book left now? Which is the only book left? Can I say the only book left is the anatomy book? Anatomy, right? So in all the scenarios, it's only the anatomy book which is gonna occupy position number 3. Question is, which book is in the middle of the shelf? Obviously, it's the anatomy book. Answer is option C. Answer is option C. Swati got it correct. Himangi got it correct. Dag got it correct. Hari got it correct. Sonu got it correct. Super awesome. Perfect. Are we clear on this? See, you draw all the possibilities, right? Or uske baad, accordingly try to fit whatever fits, right? Any doubt on this? Any doubt? Are we clear? Are we clear on this? Any doubt? देखो doubt है तो my job is to ensure that you don't have a doubt. Okay, if you have a doubt, feel free to ask. Any doubt on this? Clear? Okay, let's go to the next one. Third one on your screen. Third one, third, fourth, fifth. There are 3 questions. 2 minutes is all that you get. One puzzle only, but there are 3 questions in this puzzle. One question only, but there are 3 questions in this puzzle. It's one puzzle, but one puzzle has got 3 questions. Give it a try. And then we do it together. Read it carefully, okay? Remember, LRDI सबसे ज्यादा scoring है among quants, VARC and LRDI. LRDI सबसे ज्यादा scoring है. Only thing it demands is a bit of practice. Practice चाहिए. If you practice with me for the next few days, probably 1 month, 2 months, you attend my classes regularly, do what we do in the class, go back home and practice. Trust me, at the end of 1.5 months, 1.5 to 2 months, you will see that you have become an expert in LRDI. It's all about practice. That's it. Check karo if you are getting the answers. Remember, unless you try it yourself, you will never become good at the subject. You definitely got to try it yourself. Give it a try. Then we have to do it together. और पजल अगर बन गया तो तीनों आंसर्स आ जाएगा. अगर पजल बन गया तो तीनों आंसर्स इसका आ जाएगा. Anyone who is getting the answers? You get the answers, you type the answers. Getting it? In the interest of time, do you think we should do this together? In the interest of time, do you think we should do this together? Let's do it together. And once the video ends, right, you can always pause the video in the during the recordings and try to solve it once by yourself, right? But for the in the interest of time, we will do it together here. Fine? Okay. Let's concentrate and try it out together. 10 people, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, are sitting in a I and J are sitting in a row. Okay, so you got to arrange people in a row, 10 people in a row. Statement 1, exactly 3 people are between C and G. So let's draw it. Let's draw it first. It makes our life easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's label them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've just labeled this. Okay. This labeling is just for me. You don't have to label it. Why do I label it? So that if I say position 2, you understand which position I'm referring to. You don't have to label it. Okay. It's just for my easy reference so that you understand. You don't have to label it. Let's continue. Exactly three people are between C and J. Now think about it. There are so many possibilities. So many possibilities. Think about it. If C is at 1, J can be at 5. Three people. Or vice versa. J is at 1, C is at 5. Or if C is at 2, J is at 6. Or vice versa. J is at 2, C is at 6. And I hope you understand. If C is at 3, J is at 7. And there are so many possibilities. So many. So if there are so many possibilities, I don't think statement 1 is a good statement to get started. You don't start with statement 1 because it has got so many possibilities that it will take a lot of time if you happen to draw all of them. So statement 1, we will hold on. We will come back to this statement later. Okay. Next, I see answers. Sonu is saying C. Dark is saying option A. Okay, we'll check. Statement 2. A, G, H, D, F are sitting from left to right in that order, but no two among them are in adjacent positions. Okay, not a bad statement. Not a bad statement. Statement 2, okay, Shay. We will check if that can be a good one to start. We'll check. Let's read it at least. Statement 3. G is sitting in the fourth position from the right. I have a smile on my face when I read this. Why? Because moment you read statement 3, it has only one possibility. G is fourth from the right. And obviously, this is going to be the best statement to get started. G is fourth from the right. If fourth from your right hand side, I hope you know which is your right hand side. Fourth from the right would mean G is at number 7. G is at number 7. Perfect statement to get started with. And next they say I, E, B, C are sitting from left to right in that order, but no two among them are in adjacent positions. So out of 4, I have taken care of one statement. I still have 3 more statements that I need to reread. I think let's go with statement 2. Okay, because among 1 and 2, definitely 2 is better. 1 may gain multiple possibilities. If C is at 1, J gonna be at 5. Multiple possibilities. So I think 2 is better. Let's read 2. A, G, H, D, F are sitting from right to left in that order, but no two among them are in adjacent positions. Now think about it. Right to left, A, G, H, D, F. Now think about it. What is the order? The order from right to left is A, J, H, D, F. Right to left in that order. But you know what? None of them are in adjacent positions. If that's the case, think about it. A and G. G is at 7. So A cannot be at 8. A cannot be 8. Remember, you are starting from the right hand side. A cannot be at 8. Why? A and G. If A is at 8, A and G will be adjacent. Not possible. So where can A be? A will either be at number 9 or at number 10. Will you agree? A will either be at number 9 or at number 10. Will you agree? Why? Only then they will not be adjacent. And remember, you are going from right to left. So A and G taken care. Next, H, D, F. That's the order. H, D, F, right to left. And no two among them are adjacent. If that's the case, the only possibility is, only possibility is, remember, H cannot be at 6. Why? Adjacent nahi hona chahiye. If H is at 6, H and G will be adjacent. So can I say H will have to be at 5? Why? Think about it. The only possibility is like this. H, D, F. Remember, they are not adjacent. If they are not adjacent and out of 6 positions, you got to fill up 3 positions, the only possibility is alternate hona padega un log. Will you agree? Adjacent नहीं होना चाहिए और तीन लोगों को you have to arrange out of 6 places, not adjacent, so alternate होना पड़ेगा. HDF, the only possibility is H is at 5, D is at 3, F is at 1. I think we have taken care of statement 2. I'm looking at my YouTube comments. Any doubt in statement 2? Any doubt? Any doubt? Are we clear on this? Yes? Awesome. Let's continue. Let me use a different color. Let's continue. Statement 4 is saying I, E, B, C are sitting from left to right in that order, but no two among them are adjacent. Adjacent matlab next to each other. So what is it? I, E, B, C, right? Left to right in that order, but none of them are adjacent. Now think about it. Where will you put them? Where will you put them? I, E, B, C, D are sitting from left to right in that order, but no two are adjacent. Now think about it. कहाँ पे हम लोग को put कर सकते हैं? How, where can we put? Now think about it. And you know what? There is one more thing that is being told to you in line number 1. C and J have 3 people between them. C and J have 3 people between them. So I hope we are clear. Now think about it. Where can C come? Where can C come? Now think about it. C cannot be at number 2. I'm trying to figure out C. Why C? Because C का ना 2 clues. There are 2 clues for C. Number 4, which is saying I, E, B, C in that order, left to right, and C and J have 3 people. Now think about it. C cannot be at number 2. Why not number 2? Because remember, it has to be I, E, B, C. I, E, B को आगे आना पड़ेगा from left to right. C से पहले आना पड़ेगा. So it cannot be C at number 2. So can C be at 4? Now think about it. Can C be at 4? If C is at 4, the problem is where will IEB go? Remember, left to right. IEB कहां जाएगा? तो C 4 में भी नहीं आ पाएगा. Can C be at 6? No. Why? Because if C is at 6, think about it. Because if C is at 6, where will IEB go? Remember, those 3 have to come before that. So C cannot be at 6 also. Okay, that would mean, can C be at 8? Now think about it. If C is at 8, is that a possibility? If C is at 8, C and J have 3 people between them. C and J have 3 people between them. Now think about it. C and J have 3 people between them. Now where will you put J? If C is at 8, right hand side of C, we don't have 3 places. So it has to be on the left hand side of C. Left hand side of C में 3 places को put करो. 3 places. So 7, 6, 5. So J will be at 4. J will be at 4. Side of C to put IEB. But the problem is, अभी अपने पास ना 2 ही खाली positions है. 2 and 6. अभी अपने पास ना 2 ही खाली positions है. 2 and 6. Matlab, where will I put 3 people? IEB. I need 3 people on the left side, but I don't have enough space. That would mean C cannot be even at number 8. Number 8 में भी C नहीं आ पाएगा. Number 8 में भी C नहीं आ पाएगा. Right? So C cannot be at number 8. Awesome. Let's continue. If C cannot be at number 8, can C be at number 9? Can C be at number 9? If C is at number 9, again, C and J, 3 people in between. C and J, 3 people in between. So C is at 9. In that case, if C is at 9, J has to be at 5. Only then you have 3 people between C and J. But the problem is, number 5 अपने पास तो खाली ही नहीं है. अपने पास number 5 तो खाली ही नहीं है. Why? 5 में H is there. 5 में H is there. So again, not possible. Again, not possible because 5 is not empty. So again, I will say C cannot be at number 9. C cannot be at number 9. Now the only and only place left for C. Now the only and only place left for C is number 10. Where will J go? Remember, 3 people in between. So C is at 10. So 9, 8, 7. Khali rahega. J will go at 6. Awesome. I think we are good. And I hope you remember about A. A can go either at 9 or at 10. We discussed that. A can go either at 9 or at number 10. We discussed that starting. So 10 abhi fill ho gaya. The only place for A is number 9. And you are done. Before C, you need 3 people in that order. IEB, left to right in that order. IEB. And you know what? There are only 3 empty spaces now. There are only 3 empty spaces now. So they will go in the same order. I, E, done. लग सकता है थोड़ा मुश्किल है, but it's not difficult. Remember, there is no direct way. Can I say C can go directly at number 10? No. मैंने एकदम एक एक करके स्टार्ट किया था. C cannot go at 2. Why? Because IEBC is the order. C cannot go at 4. So I did so many iterations, and you too have to do the same number of iterations to figure out C would be at 10. I mean, at the risk of sounding repetitive, okay, I'm repeating. I might be sounding repetitive. You might be thinking, बार बार एक ही चीज बोल रहा है. Think about it. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You try putting the different pieces together. They don't fit. Fine, take it out. Put another piece. Doesn't fit. Take it out. Put a third piece. और कहीं ना कहीं ये fit हो जाएगा. That's LRDI for you. The only challenge is how quickly can you do this? And that speed will only come with time. Right? जैसे क्वांट्स होता है ना, तो उसमें whatever is the right approach, you start solving using the correct approach. यहाँ पे कोई correct approach करके है नहीं. You got to keep trying. Put the different pieces together. They don't fit. Try another piece, and somewhere something will fit. That's the answer, right? That's LRDI for you. Yes. Okay. Let's look at the questions now. Okay. First question: how many people are sitting between I and A? Okay. A is at 9. A is at number 9, and I is at number 2. So how many people in between? 6 people, right? I is at 2. A is at 9. How many people in between? 6 people in between. Answer is option B. Next, how many different arrangements are possible? Different. One arrangement. There's just one answer. Do you have multiple answers? No, you don't. Only one answer. Answer is none of these. Next, if F and H interchange their positions, okay, F is out here, H is out here, and they are interchanging their positions, then who is sitting at the end? Who are sitting at the ends? Remember, F का जगह में अभी H आ जाएगा. F का जगह में H आ जाएगा. So H, and on the other extreme you have C. On the other extreme you have C. So F का जगह में H, and on the other extreme you have C. So answer is H and C. Brilliant sum. Not a very easy one. Is it difficult? Definitely not. Is it moderate? I won't say moderate. I would say easy to moderate. So once you start practicing, these things will come naturally to you. Any doubt in this? I always look at the YouTube comments. If you have a doubt, please feel free to ask. Are we clear? Are we clear on this? Any doubt in this? Okay. Just a reminder that, you know what, tomorrow, the 11th of January, Wednesday, I am going to start a completely new course. 2 new courses are starting. 11 Jan Wednesday go. We are going to start with quants, and the first chapter of CAT 2023 is going to be PNC and probability on Unacademy Plus. And 12 Jan, I'm going to start a complete foundation course on LRDI. So someone might ask, what is the difference between a plus course and let's say a YouTube course? Plus में it's an exhaustive coverage. A to Z coverage होगा तुम्हारा plus में पूरा end to end. So if you want to learn with Unacademy, if you feel that you also want to be one of these hundreds of toppers that we have produced this year, right? CAT plus 99 percentilers, 110 plus 98 percentilers, and you want to be one of them, then definitely enroll on Unacademy Plus. We are starting live from 11th of January. Timings are going to be fixed 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday to Saturday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, once. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, going to be LRDI. Use this code Parikshit Live when you subscribe, because this code is going to give you 2 benefits. A, maximum discount on any Plus subscription. Maximum discount. And benefit number 2, this is the only code which will get you free mentorship from my side. What is free mentorship? Free mentorship is all about helping you beyond the class hours. So at any point of time, अगर तुम्हारा doubt आ गया, कोई query है, let's say while practicing at home, you have subscribed to Unacademy Plus and you have a doubt, घर में कुछ practice कर रहे हो, you have a doubt, you have a query from some mock paper, from some book, you can connect with me one-on-one over a call to get your queries resolved. But that free mentorship is only available for those of you who join Plus using the code Parikshit Live. Sir, इस courses का link कहाँ पे मिलेगा? I'm going to share the link in the Telegram group. So if you're not in the part of the Telegram group, join the Telegram group which is mentioned at the bottom of your screen. Parikshit sir underscore cat. ये ग्रुप को ज्वाइन कर लेना, इन सारा लिंक्स इस ग्रुप पे मिल जाएगा. Yes? Okay. That's it for today. We are going to continue our linear arrangement tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Okay, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. we are going to continue part 3 of our linear arrangements on YouTube. Till then, stay safe and happy learning, folks. Thank you. See you in my next session.